troubles didn't arise until we found out it was a boy. I was ecstatic. I've wanted kids for so long. I've always wanted a boy, just to share my own experiences with and give them a life more than what I had. And it wasn't very long after my wife brought up the circumcision topic. Said, no, absolutely, he's going to be circumcised. He should look like his father. And my wife actually stood up to me more and brought it up more. The more I got more pissed off. I guess more felt like a betrayal, I guess, in a sense, just because, I was like, well, why are we fighting over this? Because, I'm circumcised and I'm fine. I didn't want to accept the fact that might have been something wrong with me, and I was always believing the propaganda like, oh my god, it's nasty, foreskin is just gross. I struggled with it for a long time, and my wife was, we went through a lot, and it almost cost us our marriage. I threw up divorce, calling her names, a lot of stuff that I regret. I'll always be ashamed of myself, how I was at that time. A man's is pretty much his pride and joy, so you don't want to accept the fact that maybe something may be wrong with it. I didn't know till after my son was born of the true damage that I had had. I would say awful things, and awful things that I can never take back, just because I had that rage inside of me, like, why is my wife fighting me on this? This should not be an issue at all. I'm so ashamed of myself for how I was. And seeing my wife crying by herself, crying in the shower, and not understanding why, I was like, why are you crying? It's not like it's going to hurt him. Or so I thought. One night, I think it was around, she was 6 or 7 months pregnant, and she finally stood up to me. She said, listen, we are not going to circumcise him. I will leave you and take your son to protect him. And there's something just snapped and clicked at the same time, like I just was overfilled. I remember running to the bedroom, so pissed off and upset at the same time, crying, like, why is my wife doing this? Why am I like, why am I the bad guy here? I'm just trying to protect him. But in a sense, it was my wife all along that had to stand up and show her spine and protect our son. And I'm forever grateful to her for that, and I'll always love her forever for that. Because my son is now 3 years old, and he has, he is whole. There's nothing wrong with him. And actually seeing him coming out of my wife was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Because after I seen him and I got to hold him in my hands, and I was like, oh my god, he is perfect. There's nobody coming close to him that's going to harm him. Why would I ever have somebody strap him down and mutilate him?